हरे 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 कृष्णा माता जी।
Hari bol. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you
थैंक यू माता जी।
for reciting. Hari bol. Who would like to do the Mangala Charan?
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Please.
दंडवत प्रणाम।
Dhanavad Pranam. All glories to Shri.
और ग्लोरी
Yes.
टू शिला प्रभुपाद जी की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददामि स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुवैष्णववांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहित कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्दन श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादित गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण।
Thank you, Mataji, for reciting. Very nice. Mataji, do you have in Hindi the Mangala Charan? In
Yes,
Hindi?
yes. When you send it to me in the Hindi and I print out, and now I'm reading from the Hindi. Yes.
Oh, good, good. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Dear devotees, uh, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. We are discussing Bhagavad Gita, final chapter, conclusion, the perfection of renunciation, chapter 18. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. So, what we'll discuss today about chapter 8, verse 3 verses we'll discuss together, verses 28 to 30. So, here in this chapter, Prabhupada named this as conclusion, the perfection of renunciation. So, in this chapter, the acronym used by ISKCON is SMILE. I'll read about that. So, we read so far about the renunciation, and renunciation means tyaga. So, Krishna is telling here how we can perfect our renunciation. So, we can do tyaga, we can do austerity, but we need to remember whatever we do, the tyaga, we should renounce from our material desire, and also we should do austerity to discipline ourselves to achieve the goal, to get the Krishna Prema, the devotional love for Krishna through the devotional service. That should be our goal. The ultimate goal is to achieve the devotional service to Krishna, to Guru, and for that we should do renunciation. And here we are reading in the previous verses, our senior devotees they discuss about our actions, and we have 5 actions. That's also we read, and that 5 actions is responsible for the 5 causes five causes that's responsible for all our actions: satyas, rajas, and tamas. These are the three modes of material nature. Our all the actions actually governed by these three modes of material nature: satyas, rajas, and tamas. And how we can modify. We are the jivas, we are the living entities. So we are always influenced by, we are conditioned by these three modes of material nature: mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. And so we have to change ourselves, because we always will be with these three modes of material nature. That's why we are in this material world. But we need to change ourselves. When our mode of passion predominates, we need to change to the mode of goodness. When our mode of ignorance predominates, we need to rectify ourselves to go back to the mode of goodness. And our ultimate goal is to love, to get the love of Godhead, to awaken love for Krishna, and that love will come through building the relationship with the Guru, with Acharyas, with our scriptures, and finally that way we'll know Krishna, who is sitting as a Paramatma in our heart. And we need to realize that Krishna is sitting in our heart. And Srila Prabhupada says that we have cataracts in our eyes. Because of that disease, we are here in this material world. And Srila Prabhupada in his lecture says, I'm just paraphrasing it, that this is the hospital, Krishna consciousness hospital, where we need to cure our disease of this material entanglement. So that's why we are here in this path. And our Jagat Guru, our Acharya Srila Prabhupada, who through his books, through his Bani, through his different lectures still present, we can hear Prabhupada's all the series of lectures what Prabhupada give it to us. And through those things we are able to rectify, purify ourselves day by day and to achieve the goal. So today we'll read these three verses. Let's start and we'll read all together and then we can discuss. So I'll start with Bhagavad Gita 18.28. Ayukta prakrata stabdha satho naiskritiko lasaha visadi dirgha sutri cha karta tamasa uchyate. Devotees, please volunteer reading the sloka.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Can I read? Go ahead, Prabhuji.
Go ahead, Mataji, after you.
Ayukta prakruta stabdha sato kritiko lasa visadi dirgha sutri cha karta tamasa uchyate. Back to Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Mataji, Dandat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Ayuktaha prakrutaha stabdaha sato naiskritiko lasaha vishadi dirgha sutri cha karta tamasa uchyate. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Devotee?
Mataji.
Yes, please.
Ayuktaha prakruta stabdha शथो निकृतिको लसः विषादी दीर्घसूत्री च कर्ता तामस उच्यते. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So devotees would like to read the synonyms and translation. Please volunteer, Prabhuji, Mataji.
I can read it.
Yes, please.
Ayukta are not referring to the scriptural injunctions. Prakritaha, materialistic, Stabda, obstinate, Sataha, deceitful, Naiskritaha, expert in insulting others, Alasaha, lazy, Visadi, morose, Dirga, Sutri, procrastinating, Cha, also, Katta, worker, Tamasa, in the mode of ignorance, Uchate is said to be. Translation by Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. The worker is always engaged in work against the injunctions of the scripture, who is materialistic, obstinate, cheating, and expert in insulting others, and who is lazy, always morose, and procrastinating, is said to be a worker in the mode of ignorance. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Would like to read the purport, devotees? Please volunteer.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, please.
In the scriptural injections, we find what sort of work should be performed and what sort of work should not be performed. Those who do not care for those injections engage in work not to be done, and such persons are generally materialistics. They work according to the modes of nature, not according to the injections of the scripture. Such workers are not very gentle, and generally they are always cunning and expert in insulting others. They are very lazy. Even though they have some duty, they do not do it properly, and they put it aside to be done later on. Therefore, they appear to be morose. They procrastinate. Anything which can be done in an hour, they drag on for years. Such workers are situated in the mode of ignorance. Hare
Thank
Krishna
you,
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji would like to say this is just talking about the action which is done in the mode of ignorance. If you would like
Eh,
to.
Yeah, Mataji. Understood in a way like the people who are in the mode of ignorance, they will not do their work properly, and also they do not go with according to the modes of nature. In I mean, they don't go by scriptures, but like they don't work, and they will be cunning and insulting other peoples. So this sort of people are like in the mode of ignorance. That's what I understand, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Is anyone wants to add? Otherwise, we can go to the next two verses, then we can discuss together. Subal Prabhu would like to add. No, Prabhuji is busy. Okay, then
Mataji, sorry, Mataji.
no, it's okay. Yeah. Prabhuji would like to add.
No, Mataji, what you discussed. Nice, thank you, Mataji.
So we can also read the other two verses, then we can discuss together. It's 18.29. बुद्धेर्भेदं धृतेश्चैव गुणातस्त्रिविधं शृणु प्रत्ययामानमशेषणा पृथक्त्वेन धनञ्जया. Devotees, please. Two devotees can read.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam.
Yeah, Prabhu, please. Yeah.
बुद्धेर्भेदं धृतेश्चैव गुणतस्त्रिविधं शृणु प्रोच्यमानमशेषेण पृथक्त्वेन धनुञ्जय. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Very nice.
I can
Devotees?
also try, Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna, Dhanatnam, all Krishna Shri Prabhupada. Buddhir-vedam dhritaschaiva gunatas-trividam shruno prochayamanam aseshena pratakvena dhananjaya. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So, who'd like to read the synonyms and translation? And purport also very short, so one can read the three of the part synonyms, translation, and purport. Who'd like to read? Sunita Mataji would like to read?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, Mataji, I will try. Hare Krishna to dear devotees. Buddhe of intelligence. Bhedam, the differences. Drute of steadiness. Cha, also. Eva, certainly. Gunata, by the modes of material nature. Trividam, of three kinds. Shrunu, just hear. Procyamanam, as described by me. Asheshena, in detail. Prudaktvena, differently. Dhanam Jaya, O winner of wealth. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O winner of wealth, now please listen as I tell you in detail of the different kinds of understanding and determination according to the three modes of material nature. Purport. Now, after explaining knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower in three different divisions according to the modes of material nature, the Lord is explaining the intelligence and determination of the worker in the same way. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, Mataji, here Krishna is telling to Arjuna about understanding of different modes of material nature and their determination. So here Krishna also explained the knowledge, already explained about the knowledge. What is the knowledge and what is the object of knowledge and who is the knower? So the knowledge is, Krishna is the absolute truth. That is the main knowledge. And the object of knowledge is Krishna himself. And who is the knower? The knower is also Krishna, the super soul, and also the soul. So that's what here Krishna is explaining in the next verse. So we can also go to the next verse and then we can discuss together. 18.30 Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha Karakarya bhayavaye bandham moksham cha yaveti buddhi sa partha satviki. So devotees, please volunteer this verse.
I can read.
Yes,
Hare Krishna. Devotees. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha karya karye bhaya bhaye bandham moksham cha yaveti buddhihi sa pat pat partha satviki. Thank you, Mataji.
thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Devotees,
Mataji.
yes, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji Dandavat Pranam. I'll go
Please,
straight to
Prabhuji.
Prabhupada. प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च कार्याकार्ये भयाभये बन्धं मोक्षं च या वेत्ति बुद्धिः सा पार्थ सात्विकी. हरे कृष्ण माता.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Yes.
प्रवृत्ति च निवृत्ति च कार्याकार्यो भयाभये बन्धय बन्धय मोक्षं मोक्षं च या वेति बुद्धिः सा पार्थ सात्विकी. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Another Mataji wants to read. I don't know who.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Oh, yeah, please, Mataji.
प्रवृत्तं च निवृत्तं च कार्यकार्ये भयाभये बन्धं मोक्षं च या वेति बुद्धि सा पार्थ सात्विकी. हरे कृष्ण माताजी.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. So, devotees, who would like to read synonyms, translation, and purport? What devotee can read, which is very small. Would like to read.
I like to read.
Okay, read Mataji.
Synonym, right? Yeah.
Yes, synonyms.
Pravruti, doing. Cha, also. Nivruti, nuvritim, not doing. Cha, and. Karya, what? Oft to be done. Karya, akarya, and what? and what ought not to be done. Bhaya, fear, abhaya, and fearlessness. Bandham, bondage, moksham, liberations. Cha, and ya, what which. Veti, knows. Buddhayaha, understanding. Sa, te, Parth, O son of the Pruth, Satviki, in mode of the goodness. Translation, all glory to Srila Prabhupada Ji ki jai. O son of the Prithvi,
Pritha.
Prutha, O
Pritha.
son of the Prutha, that understanding by which one knows what is the
Ought.
ought to be done and what ought not to be done, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, what is binding and what is liberating is the mode of the goodness. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, okay, let me finish. Yeah. Performing action in terms of the direction of the spirituals is called
Scriptures. Yeah.
Scriptures is called paravarti or
Pravritti.
pravrutti
Yeah.
pravrutti or
Yeah.
executing actions that deserve to be performed, and actions which are not so directed are not to be performed. One who does not know the spiritual scriptures directions become entangled in the actions and reactions of work, understanding which discriminated by intelligent is situated in the mode of the goodness. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, would like to add anything?
No, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Raghu Prabhu would like to add anything? Then we can discuss
Yeah,
it.
yeah, thank you, Madhuri. So from text 29, this text, Krishna is now talking about intelligence and understanding, because you got to understand what we are doing, and once you understand what you're doing, then you can execute what you're supposed to do. So this verse 30 is in the mode of goodness, understanding in the mode of goodness. So that's what this is about. So it's telling us that basically that if we do something that is in accordance with the scripture, uh, then we have the knowledge to execute things correctly. That is, we go, we follow the dharma, and we stay away from activities that don't follow the dharma. So one who is, as it says here, one who has understood this and is following the scriptural direction, then he's in the mode of goodness. And those who are not, don't follow the directions from the scriptures, they are uh, they're in different modes. They'll suffer for the from the karma, from the actions and reactions of such work which doesn't follow the scriptures. That's about what it's saying here. Thank you, Balaji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice, Prabhuji. Yes. So, devotees, we can discuss about these three verses together. So, let me share some points. So, as we discussed that we are reading that this chapter, and the acronym of this chapter is SMILE by ISKCON. So S The smile S in the smile is stands for summary of Karma Yoga. That one we already, our senior devotees already discussed about it, that true renunciation is not about abandoning duties but about acting without attachment to the results. So renunciation means tyaga. So when we tyag something means we are tyagging, renounce from the material desire. But this is also true that we'll have a desire. That's very natural. We'll have desire. Without desire we cannot live. But that desire should be directed to please Krishna. Suppose would like to eat a particular fruits or like to cook something particular because we like it, right? So then what we can do is we can first offer to Krishna and then honor that prasadam. Then that desire is there, but that desire will direct to please Krishna first, because we are the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord, and we need to keep this one in our brain all the time. We need to dig ourselves, keep hammering, hitting and hammering. Like when His Grace Pran Govinda Prabhuji in his class today, he was telling, like a gold, when a golden ring made by the goldsmith, first they just keep hammering that gold, the raw gold, keep hitting and hammering, keep hitting and hammering. So, and that way that ring formed. So that way we need to also keep hitting and hammering in our brain, that to purify ourselves and to tell our mind that, oh, Krishna is our Lord, Krishna is our everything. And every day in daily life we need to keep that in mind. So that way we'll be able to do all our duties. It's obviously we have to do all our duties. We cannot abandon our duties, not possible. We are the grihastha. We need to go earn money, we need to raise our kids, we need to maintain our family, but we have to keep everything Krishna centered. That is the real goal of the life, and that way we'll be detached from the fruits of our action. When we are sad, that time we can handle that situation. When we are happy, that time the way we handle our situation, oh, we are happy because we are doing good. No, we are happy, we are sad, everything controlled by the super soul. What we read about the 5 causes of action, and super soul is the final sanctioner of each and every action what we do. So that's what it says. True renunciation is not about abandoning duties but about acting without attachment to the results. The next is M. M we are reading right now, the modes of nature. So our consciousness, our action, all our activities are influenced by these 3 gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. That one we are reading right now. And then I is for ideal worker. So performing one's prescribed duties as an act of service purifies the mind and brings spiritual accomplishment. So our prescribed duties is to please the Lord, to do service for the Lord. That's our prescribed duties, and at that duties also including our material activities too. But again, everything what we do, what we are doing or what we are supposed to do should be centered to please the Lord. That's our spiritual accomplishment, that will bring our spiritual accomplishment and purify ourselves. And then L is love of God. We need to get the love, that's the most confidential knowledge, that Krishna is absolute truth, and we need to get the unalloyed devotion to Lord Krishna. We need to surrender ourselves to Guru and Krishna and generate the unalloyed love for Lord Krishna. So unalloyed means is a mixture of metals. It's not pure. Therefore, unalloyed means pure. Alloyed means impure. When it's this word is attaching to alloyed, that is called unalloyed, means pure devotion to the Lord. That's the goal. And then E stands for end result. So our end result is, you saying something? The end result is the devotional service, and through that we'll be able to go back to Godhead. That's the acronym of this chapter. Now we'll go to our modes, what we read, this 28 to 30. The 28th chapter is about modes of ignorance, and how this verses says about Krishna is telling about the how our mode influence our intelligence, and therefore also influence our action. And but our ultimate goal is to cultivate the sattva guna, the mode of goodness, where Krishna gives us a good intelligence, proper intelligence to choose what we should not do and what we should not do. That Raghu Prabhu explained nicely, like that we have to determine first what we want to do, and why we'll do that, and why we should not do it, why we should do it, and everything we have to follow through the scriptures. That's why our scriptural injunctions are there, so that we can discipline our life and by following the scripture. So here the tamasic action, we also read in chapter 17 also about the action tamasic, so mode of ignorance. So when we do any activities in the mode of ignorance, actually the devotees who are practicing Krishna consciousness, mostly they are not in the mode of ignorance, but sometimes we are. Yes, but except our sleeping, the mode of ignorance is not recommended to have in our life. As Prabhuji already explained about giving the analogy of the chains. The mode of goodness is golden chain, mode of passion is silver, and then mode of ignorance is what chain, Prabhuji? Mode of ignorance? I forgot.
Iron chain.
Iron chain, yeah. So those are the different chains. We are bound with those chains, these three modes of material nature. So that's why it's very important, like to become a devotee, because there are many people in this world who do not follow any scriptures. They don't even believe, and I feel so bad when they said it's a mythology. So they said it's just a myth. All the Mahabharata, all the Ramayana, they said it's a myth. They're so ignorant. They're in the darkness. They just work like Srila Prabhupada used to say, the dog hog, the life of a dog hog. So like working to generate more money, more wealth, and eating, mating, sleeping, defending, those things that Prabhupada explained many times about their life. And Prabhupada is like, they are just their life, like we got this human life, it's so precious. This is the highest species. We are the highest species of 8.4 million species. So our life is so precious. We can talk, we can express our emotion. So why don't we use this for Krishna service? Because we don't know next life or what will be, or maybe in past life what we were. So this opportunity should be taken. Like some of my friends, like when I was like not came to this Krishna consciousness in the United States, I have so many materialistic friends, and I left them actually. Because I cannot associate with them, because my mentality and their mentality is totally different. So they, as here Prabhupada is telling in the purport, that they do cheating, like they cheat, they just taunt you, like, oh, you are Hare Krishna, you are this, you are that, but they just make fun sometimes of us, but at the same time they are also respect us a lot, like the discipline life what we got after coming to the Krishna consciousness. They respect us too at the same time also. So that's why, like, Vaishnavas are actually paro dukhe dukhi, means Vaishnava is never get happy when they see that other people are suffering in this material world. So that's why they preach, they give books to the devotees, to the people, like take the books, and like Agyana Timirandhasya, we read the Mangalacharan, to remove darkness from our heart, from our eye, and give us the love of Godhead. So like Subal Prabhu, Radha Mataji, they are always so much inclined to this book distribution service they do, and to people, like to give them books, to give the awareness about Krishna consciousness. It's so important. Otherwise, this mode of ignorance will kill people, and it's very harmful, very delusional, and definitely it leads to sufferings for sure. So that's why it's very important. And if we have sometimes like a mode of ignorance, sometimes, oh, laziness, oh, procrastinate, no, I'll do later, not, I don't like now, oh, I'm chanting, oh, I have 4 rounds left, I'll do maybe in the evening, oh, let it go. Or I'll just watch now some serial, or I will just scroll my WhatsApp messages. So those are the mode of ignorance. So immediately we need to tell our mind, oh mana, don't do that. Finish my chanting first, and or don't do this. This is a mode of ignorance. So we are the controller of our mind. We have to tell our mind that mind, don't do this. This is not good. You are going to the mode of ignorance. You need to change your mode. You need to switch your gear to mode of goodness. So let's read this, or talk with a family member something good, about some positive thing, maybe about Krishna, maybe about some Bhagavad Gita chapter, when we have bad tendency to do something else, like watching TV or talking other than we need to talk about our material stuff too. I agree with that, but try not to make that one a major thing in your daily life. Try to always keep yourself talking about something positive, something Krishna, whenever we have time, because in this material world we are very busy with our work, with our family problems, etc. So those are very important. So next is Krishna is telling about the three intelligences: sattvic, which is clear and scriptural; rajasic, confused by desires; tamasic, dark, mistaken, we just discussed. And these are all governed by three gunas. So I just would like to give one, just like to share the story from Srimad Bhagavatam. It's actually Bharat Maharaj. Bharat Maharaj was the son of King Rishabdev. So Bharat Maharaj, when he decided to go to the forest, he gave his all the properties, his kingdom, to his 5 sons, and then Bharat Maharaj went to the forest. And suddenly one day one happened. He was like meditating, and one day it happened that one deer cub attacked by a lion, and the cub was like very helpless, and his mother just ran away. Then Bharat Maharaj helped that cub, that deer cub, and then he took him to his ashram, and and he is very attached to that cub. So, and then one day what happened, Bharat Maharaj uh, was like thinking about the deer, and but he could not find that deer cub. He lost somewhere, and Bharat Maharaj was very attached to the deer, and then he left his body thinking about that deer. And what happened? He was so much attached, means he had mode of passion with that deer, very much attached to the deer. So therefore, he got the dear body in his next life. But he was a devotee of Lord Krishna. So therefore, he remembered his past life. So therefore, Bharat Maharaj, and on that dear body, he was always stays with the munis, with the rishis. And then, and he understood that too attached is not good. So then on that dear body, next life, Bharat Maharaj become Jar Bharat. And that life, he did not speak to anyone. Like all his father tried to give him knowledge, and he was like behaving like he doesn't know anything. Many people just throw muds on him, and then he was like that, Jar Bharat, because he understood that talking rubbish in this material world without Krishna, without the absolute truth, is nothing. I mean, it's useless. So Jar Bharat became very quiet, and but when he met King Rahuguna in his palanquin, he met Jar Bharat, because Jar Bharat was one of the carrier of this palanquin. And King Rahuguna asked Jar Bharat that why the palanquin is so uneven, why you are walking like this, because Jar Bharat doesn't want to kill even a small ants on the road. So then Rahuguna said, you should be punished, because the palanquin was not evenly you were carrying. Then Jar Bharat told Rahuguna that this is my body. In my body you can give me punishment, but the soul level you cannot give anything. And by hearing from Jar Bharat, King Rahuguna understood that he is a great devotee of Lord. So this is the example of the devotees who realize from his passion, mode of passion, his action, that he did a mistake. That's why he got the dear body, and then he rectify himself in his next birth. So that is because they are the pure devotee of the Lord. So their life we should also follow. We should read about our gurus, our acharyas, about their life, how they change themselves, how they realize, and how we can also check ourselves with Krishna consciousness, with constant practice. It is possible to happen. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada in his lecture he said that hearing and explaining is more important than reading. So that's what I am just also sharing, that one that I heard from senior devotees, that Prabhupada said that hearing and explaining what we hear is very important. So that is why we should practice this at our home, discussing with our family. Like whatever we hear, whatever we learn, we should explain, we should discuss among ourselves, and that is very important than reading only. So Srila Prabhupada said that. Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, please. Prabhuji,
Hare
you...
Krishna, Dandavat
Yes,
Pranam.
yes, Prabhuji.
Mataji, with my poor knowledge, I want to share my opinion through you, Mataji,
Sure.
because we are propaganda about Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Upanishads, etc. Our Subal Prabhuji, Mataji, and Sridhamdam Prabhuji are propaganda this Bhagavad Gita very well, wonderfully. I am very, very happy about you all. Even though I am living in India, my mind always roaming our Tampa ISKCON devotees. Mataji, my humble request is, just now you have told that what should we do, what should we not to do. In Garuda Purana, it is also powerful to knowing our human being, Mataji, because Lord Sri Vishnu described to Garuda what should do, what should not do, and what are the punishments to do regarding mother and father. First, mother and father, Mataji. Next, Guru. Next, Sri Krishna. Like this, we have with my poor knowledge. I am requesting to you. You should know the Sri Garuda Purana also, Mataji. That is my humble request. Dandavat Pranam, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. So, yeah, Garuda Purana says what, Prabhuji? That to respect also mother and father. That's what it said.
Yes, Mataji. And what should do, what not, what should not do, and what are the punishments if you ignore the Garuda Purana and Bhagavad Gita. If we ignore what is the punishment prescribed in Garuda Purana, Mataji. That's all. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. That's very scary, Prabhuji. I heard little about this Garuda Purana. It's very scary, Prabhuji. So, yeah. So it is scary, Prabhuji. So, Garuda Purana, what I heard, and one day,
Please.
His Grace, yeah, His Grace Naina Biram Prabhuji took our classes about Garuda Purana, and then Jatana Sarir. After death, what Jatana Sarir will get according to our karma, and the soul will be punished. So I heard about this also from His Grace Pran Govinda Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji, please. Okay, Mataji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
So yeah, that's why it's very important. So what we should do, which will
Yes.
which brings us to Krishna, that we should do. But we should not do what will take away from Krishna. So there is one verse, phrase, Anukullasya Sankalpa Pratikullasya Bharjana. Anukullasya Sankalpa means which will be Anukul par bhakti, which is conducive for Krishna consciousness, that we should choose. Which is not conducive for bhakti, which is pratikul, which will take away from us from Krishna, that we should not do. So we need to understand what Krishna likes, what Krishna wants, whether Krishna will be happy if I do this thing, that I have to ask. So keep Krishna always in the center of like consciousness, and then Krishna will reside in our heart, because He is a very merciful Lord. He always helps us, but we also need to keep that desire. That's very important, Prabhuji. So that's why we should do, what should not do, all depends which will bring us towards Krishna. Like Ekadashi, like Prabhuji, I think Subal Prabhu said we can discuss about little bit about Ekadashi. Tomorrow is Ekadashi. So why we do Ekadashi? Ekadashi is very favorite to Krishna. So on that day, Upabas means will be close to Krishna. How we can be close to Krishna? By doing austerity. What is austerity? Tapasya. Tapasya is that on that day, on Ekadashi day, our bodily need will be less, but our more concentration will be towards Krishna by reading, chanting, like to keep connection, to connect Krishna, to connect with Guru. Through Guru, we can connect Krishna. Through our chanting beads, we can connect Krishna. And that's why in Ekadashi days, we do not eat much, no grains. So there are different categories of fasting. So who, according to some person's health need, they can do. It's not like if someone is doing just nirjala means he is a big devotee. It doesn't like that. All depends upon what's our goal, what's our desire. Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana. Krishna has everything, but he sees like his devotee's heart, how nicely and how honestly he is doing that austerity. That Krishna sees. So, Prabhuji, Subal Prabhuji would like to add anything about Ekadashi, I think. And we have for 6 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless you.
yeah, you wonderfully explained, Mataji. Devotees, as Mataji mentioned on Ekadashi day, and this is very, very auspicious month. As we know, Purushottam month, it comes in around 2.5 to 3 years, right? It is, sometimes said that it is more auspicious than Kartik month. So this is the last Ekadashi for this Purushottam month, and we should, as Mataji said, Upa means near. So Vas means staying near Vishnu, near Krishna as much as possible. Try to chant as much as possible. And of course, when we don't have much of cooking and all, of course, based on our health, some devotees do nirjal, or some devotees take some water, fruits, or non grains. Anything is fine as long as you are doing, bhakti and association of devotees if possible. So tomorrow we'll have a special class by Her Grace Nandini Mataji tomorrow. And hopefully Mataji said His Holiness Vaishishka Maharaj may join our ISKCON Zoom call tomorrow 8 p.m. So please join tomorrow and take association of Maharaj, and very senior devotees will be joining. Our Shubhalas Prabhuji will be there. So they'll be, on this auspicious day, they will, how to distribute Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, or even small, small books. Prabhupada has written so many books. So how to, you can give it as a gift to somebody. It costs like 50 cents, $1, $2. So whatever, right? But once somebody takes the book, and even if they read one page, as we know, there are many cases, somebody did not read anything, but they just found the one book after years, and their entire life got transformed. So always keep some books in your car, small books, and you never know whom you might meet, and you can distribute them. That's my understanding. Mataji, please add Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very, very important, Prabhuji. Yeah, Prabhuji what said about the awareness. This awareness is very important. Without awareness, our life is like just doom. Our life is nothing. So, like now, I'm thinking about like without Krishna consciousness, without ISKCON devotees, how my life was like. Without them, I cannot think about now. So what I could do, like without this ISKCON devotees, without this Prabhupada's association, it's so important. And all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Really, it's mean it. Everyone should mean it. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Because of Srila Prabhupada, this ISKCON, this entire world, everywhere, it's possible to chant the holy name, to read the books, distribute the books. He did that for all of us. So he is maybe doing some in some other universe. Srila Prabhupada, his Krishna consciousness, spreading his Krishna consciousness, and so that doing his soldiers are also continuing the same thing, like his Grace Boy Shashika Prabhuji will join tomorrow. So it's a very big war against Maya. So Prabhupada said that our fighting is against Maya. So that's what we are fighting all against this Maya. So that's why we need to detach from this material entanglement, and we have to attach our desire to please the Lord. That's our main goal. So let's all pray to our Guru, to our Krishna, to give us right consciousness and help us to choose the right mode of this material world. In this material world, right modes of material nature. So we should not be entangled with the modes of ignorance and mode of passion, but will always try to be on the modes of goodness. So thank you, devotees. Please add or correct if you have anything, or otherwise we can end to this call.
Thank you
Okay,
so much,
devotees.
Mataji. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji and Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhayevacha patitanam pavanebhya Vaishnavabhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
ISKCON
All
devotees की जय,
devotees ki jai. Hare
सरस्वती
Krishna.
माता जी की जय. हरे कृष्णा,
Yeah.
Hare
दंडवत प्रणाम.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.